Hey everybody, how you doing this evening? Well, just a little test of my home stream. I haven't done any recording or streaming since early on in the COVID-19, and just thought I would go ahead and do a little live stream here and see how things are going. So just 1 second. Okay, just had to close the door and the dog doesn't come running in on me here. So, anyways, I am actually getting ready to do a series of live stream recordings where I build one of the new, couple of the new Outrider bikes and show everybody how to put the LED effects that you see here. You'll notice I got some nice flashing guns as well as a plasma motor in there. So, probably take me a few weeks to actually get through the live streams. Going to do like an hour sessions a couple times a week until we get through all of that building. But today, as I was getting ready to finish testing things up, anyways, I happened to come home and there was a box, and the box was smashed. Let's see, I was that it over there? I don't know. Anyways, I think that's it over there. I'll just grab. Yep, that's it. Let's see. Make sure you don't see my address. We'll keep this side away from the camera. But look at this thing. So this thing was smish smashed as it landed on my doorstep. I was like, oh, what the heck happened here? But inside, I had these two fine models from GW. We've got Sister Tariana Palos, which you see the box did in fact get a little crush. That's part of the Warhammer commemorative series. And then we have the Lexicanum Varos right here. There we go. And you remember these were available from GW. They were a limited. You could only order them for a few weeks, and I think they were order to print or build to print kind of stuff. I forget the exact thing, but it was one of those things of where you buy it now or you ain't gonna get it. So as I usually do, I decided that it was time to get it. So they arrived today, and I figured what better way to test my camera and all the rig out with just a quick unboxing video. We're gonna go through these couple boxes right here and show you what's going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and switch over to the desk cam here. Now, hopefully, Logan, if you're out there, that's a lot less glare going on there. I got a new light going on over here, as well as I replaced my desk mat, something matte, as it were, for the mat. So hopefully, it's a little bit easier for everybody to see what's going on. If I push it a little bit, I get a little glare there. So we'll keep these two boxes on this side. Our camera focus in. Come on, camera, you can do it. There we are. Oh, we need a better shot of that Primaris Outrider that we're getting ready to start work on. So like I said, we're going to do that. You'll see tomorrow nights are actually our normal podcast recording night. And then probably Wednesday, I think, is when I'm going to go ahead and do the first session, which will be, excitingly enough, flipping the sprues and removing the mold lines. And like I said, I'm going to do like little 1 hour chunks till we get that all built up. I'm going to do two of them at once. So without further ado, what we are here to actually look at tonight is Sister Tariana Palos and Lexicanum Varos, the Terminator librarian. Now, way back when I first started playing 40K, I'll help the camera get its focus. There we go. Way back when I first started playing 40K in 2012, the fine cast Terminator librarian was one of the first quote Space Marine characters that I got. Did some conversions on. Was real happy with how that turned out. And I don't play with them very much today, mostly because I don't use Terminator librarians that much anymore. But outside of that, let's go ahead and open up the first box. I think we'll go ahead and do Lexicanum Varos first here. we'll save Sister Palos for a minute later. So put this guy up top. Let's see, right corner. That way I know where the edge of my area is too. Just kind of working on the desk right here. So here we go. Lexicanum Varos, the Space Marines, limited edition librarian. So first off, there we go. Come on, camera, you can do it. Some great art. Okay, classic Ultramarine styling on there. If you're awesome and like the Ultramarines, then you've got your ready paint guide right there. We got one Citadel miniature. We see the new combined Warhammer logo, Age of Sigmar and 40K kind of combined logo. On the back, we have an indomitable Space Marine battle psyker right there, as well as his Force Stave, Storm Bolter. And you know, it's funny, I don't do it so much anymore. Come on, you can do it, camera. There it is. I don't do it as much anymore, but back in the day, I used to always cut these little paint guides out, and for a long time, that was basically how I painted. Whatever it was saying were the right colors. I wouldn't necessarily follow the GW method, but I would always use those GW guides as to which colors went together. Kind of a great starting place no matter what. So go ahead and tear this box open. And what do we got inside here? We have one sprue, as we typically see in character models like this, and some instructions. Very nice. Lexicanum Varos, Terminator, Librarian. Before assembling your miniatures, please read through the instructions in this booklet carefully and retain them for future reference. We highly recommend that you spend the time to remove all burrs and sprue mold lines from your miniatures. This is an important step that should not be skipped. Shame on you if you don't remove those mold lines. Although GW is pretty clear about how they feel about all that. Typical modern GW kit, intended to go one way. That doesn't mean that we can't convert and adjust. A lot of times, I actually find that it's easier to build the model as they say, and then go ahead and just chop off a piece and put a new piece on. Once all the glue's set and everything, you just saw through it. And that's assuming you're using model glue. I do use model glue as opposed to crazy glue. If you crazy glue models together, then crazy glue just snaps when you do. Here are our rules. So let's see what we got here. Movement 5 inches, weapon skill 3, BS 3, strength 4, T4, 5 wounds. Armor, really? Attacks 3, leadership 9, 2+ say. Wow, leadership 9 on a librarian? Is that what they've always been? I always thought psychers is 10. I guess psychic tests aren't dependent on leadership, or was that whatever was it? I don't know. Maybe that wasn't that. You get edition-itis after you play a few editions, and right now I'm busy learning 9th edition like everybody else. So, anyways, there's the book and what everyone came to see, the actual sprues. So, it looks pretty nice. Not too bad. Come on, camera, you can handle it. There we go. That'll help it focus. Put my hand behind there. And yeah, typical clean, brand new GW mold. I like the fancy base. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and switch to a little bit larger view. See what we can see. Oh yeah, there we go. So you gotta love the detail. It's funny, I look at this guy, and it's not like he's really any more detailed than one of the old librarians. Like I should have my old librarian character handy. Is he up there on the shelf? No, I don't see him. I'd have to dig him out of the foam somewhere. And as some of you may know, out here in California, particularly here in Morgan Hill, we've been having fires and stuff. So I've actually kind of packed up a bunch of my miniatures just in case. We're at low danger where we are, like almost zero, but it's the fires are real, and the actual forced evacuation zone is about 2 miles from my house. So I do have things ready to go. Anyways, that aside, this is pretty happening there. The thing about the modern GW models, it's not that they always have more details than the older ones, but it's the depths of these molds. It's the depth and crispness of these details that I really appreciate on. So it's really nice. And check out the other side. Of course, librarian symbology, that skull with the horns, kind of like a demon head. Oh, gee, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, kind of interesting when you start breaking stuff apart, but you know, it's all fiction. So the little things like the emperor's librarian having demon horns is to be expected. Now here is the more exciting model of the two. So we'll set Mr. Librarian aside here, and we'll put his box off to the corner. But here we have Sister Tariana Palos, and this is part of the Warhammer commemorative series. And I don't know, those of you who have talked to me about it, maybe you've heard it on the show. Anyways, I am not a Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Sororitas player, but I am collecting all of like the limited edition and limited release and all the characters. And I got the little box set that they came out with. Let's see, it's better focus. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. So anyway, so Sister Tariana Palos was the must buy, and of course, since I was picking her up, I figured I'd just get the librarian at the same time. But this model, I mean, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Badass Sister of Battle, Battle Nun, ready to smite the enemies of the Imperium there. We'll put the glow at the end of her gun. Pew, 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 pew. That is just absolutely awesome. And of course, on the back, as always, we have pictures of the art. Now here, part of this commemorative series, this is the actual piece of artwork. And we can get that camera to focus. There it is. This is the famous piece of artwork. And I don't know when this is from. I myself started playing Warhammer in 2012. So I'm pretty sure this art is a lot older than that. It might even go all the way back to the 90s or the 80s. Who knows? But anyways, you can see the faithful reproduction of this model as compared to the artwork. Actually, the model is perhaps a bit more modernized and badass than that. So, great box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and crack that open and see what's inside. Ooh, now, unlike the librarian, this has one of these nice little trays for the sprue. Very carefully packaged. We do have the instruction book for Sister Tariana. Oh, was I saying Tariana? It's Tariana Palos. Sister Tariana Palos. And again, before assembling your miniatures, please read through the instructions in this booklet carefully. And it goes on to say that the Emperor expects you to remove all mold lines and sprue eyes from your models. Even the gods of chaos frown on mold lines. Wow. So that's pretty serious. I guess Xeno Scum can get away with it. No, Xeno Scum can't get away with it either. So that's everybody. Everybody needs to attend those mold lines. Other than that, another nice instruction book from GW. They're doing all this CAD stuff. Interestingly enough, you know these are the same CAD models that they would have used to design the molds and the initial 3D prints of these. We have our Sisters of Battle squad with their rules. And again, nice 9th edition rules. I'm not sure what the current Sisters of Battle rules are for this squad, so I don't know if this is any different. But I guess, I mean, is this a character? I thought she was a character. Is she just, I guess she's just one regular sister out of a squad? Maybe she would be the sister superior for the squad? Huh. Well, that's interesting. I really don't know enough about sisters. I'll have to, on the next podcast, even though it is an Age of Sigmar one that we'll be recording tomorrow night and releasing this Thursday, I will go ahead and ask my co-host Garrett, who is a Sisters of Battle player, what the deal is. Now, here we go. The sprue itself. And again, everything you would expect from GW. This one's not a full base, so it looks like a partial base there. Kind of a cool skull in the base. And you got to love the fleur-de-lis on the backpack with a little bit of a gothic trim with the spikes going on there. Got the nice shoulder pauldrons and all of that. Oh, see how close we can zoom in on this. Camera sometimes surprises me in its ability to pull. There we go. Come on, you can do it, camera. Very nice. So just barely, but look at that detail. I mean, even the wrinkles and all the texture that's on the purity seals. I saw one the other day where there was actual molded writing on the purity seal. It's like, oh man, GW, sometimes you have. Of course, the inquisitorial symbols on there. Little beads on the cape. Those beg to be picked out in like a metallic color. That could be pretty neat. I like to see this whole thing blue. I think I'm gonna go with a red Sisters of Battle theme myself. By the reds and whites will be the main colors. I just did an army in black, so I don't feel like doing another one. And these guys are more art project for me than really never see tabletop. Anyways, look at the just gorgeous Sisters of Battle armor. Now, interestingly enough, this is it's very similar to the Sisters of Battle armor, like the metal kits. I don't know if you've looked at any of those metal kits. I should have grabbed the one metal figure I have to show along with this. See all the things you should prep that you think of while you're doing this. Not gonna go dig it out. Anyway, so but the details are the same, but it's like the depth of detail and the crispness of the details are just amazing. Flip that sprue over, and a little bit of bolter detail. About it that's happening on that side. Camera, do that. And oh, there's the face. Let's see if we can get in on that face there. Oh, that's that little scar on her cheek and forehead. Got the hair blowing in the wind. Just cool. Everything about this model is just absolutely cool. And of course, one of these little trays, as we expect. So that's it. Taking a look at those. We'll come back and see my lovely face. So anyways, that was just a quick preview of some of the streams we got coming up. A quick unboxing of the sister Tariana, Palos, and Lexicanum Varos, the Terminator Librarian. And we'll talk to you guys later this week. This is John Feuerhelm for In Your Phase Media. Phasing out.